and I was going against the wall, banging my head against the wall like this because it hurt so bad. Good morning, guys. Welcome to Good Times with the Goodies, where every single day is a good day. Today is Thankful Thursday.
Hey! I'll always be thankful. I'll always be grateful.
And I hope you are thankful because we have a lot to be thankful for. Now, you are wondering why I have these glasses on. I typically don't wear these glasses, but here's the reason why. So for this Thankful Thursday, I am thankful for my vision. I gotta lose these glasses. All right, so on Saturday morning, we typically go to Target. Not all the time, but we do our Target runs on Saturday morning. I was getting the boys ready. I was getting Malcolm's socks on. And if you're familiar with the show Little Einsteins, it's a kid's show, but the boys just absolutely love it. And in the show, they always have this scene where the kids in the show go pat, 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 pat.
Raise your arms as high as you can and say blast off!
Blast off! I was putting Malcolm's sock on him, and he went blast off. And when I was leaning over like this, when he rose his, or when he lifted his hands, his finger went into my left eye. And when he did that, I flopped like James Harden trying to take a charge, and I went back and I was like, oh my gosh, my eye, my eye, my eye. I got up out of the chair that I was sitting on, and I was just walking around. And it was about 10:30 it was about 10:30 in the morning, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so painful. This is so painful. Like, the pain that I felt in my left eye was like, it felt like something was just stuck in my eye. So from 10:30 to 11:30, I was just like struggling, just like trying to get it out. I took like a toothpick and put the toothpick underneath my eye or underneath my eyelid, and like try to pull it, like shake it out like this. I was putting my head underneath the water, and I was trying to rinse it out, and I was like banging my head against the bed because it was like hurting so bad, and I was going against the wall, banging my head against the wall like this because it hurt so bad. Now obviously I'm taking this video after this, so everything's all good, but about 2:30, I was just like, I cannot handle this pain at all. And Lindsay typically works on the weekends, and I didn't have anyone to come and pick me up at all. And so I called my mom, and I was like, I can't do that Cardi B thing. I was like, Mom, my eye is like really hurting. I explained to her the story, and she was like, oh, she kind of did the whole motherly thing. She's like, okay, well, I'm with your nephew right now. I can't necessarily come and pick you up. Let me see what I can do. And so like I'm like thinking like, man, I gotta get to the hospital, or I'm thinking like I gotta get to the urgent care as soon as possible because like my eye is like really hurting. And when you don't know what's wrong with your eye, it's really scary because you're like, man, I might lose my vision. Like you start to think about the worst possible thing that can happen. And so I started thinking about like, man, like I won't be able to see the boys play soccer. I won't be able to see the boys like do their plays if they're interested in theater, like whatever it is. Like I won't be able to see all that. And I started to get a little emotional, like bawl out and cry. But I was just like, Lord, no, please do not take my sight away. And side note, for all of you guys, I'm trying to read the Bible in 1 year, and I just finished Job, And I was like, no, take this cup from me. Please take this cup. Anyway, side note. But so, yeah. And, you know, you get emotional because when you lose something like that, it's like really scary and detrimental. My mom called me back and she said, hey, my Uncle Jimmy, who watches the vlog, can come and pick you up. But it's going to be a little bit. It's probably going to be about 25 to 30 minutes. I'm like, cool. She's like, you need to get the boys ready and get them in the car seat so he can drive you to urgent care. So I'm like, all right, perfect, cool. So I got the boys ready as good as I could. My eye is just like kind of throbbing. And so my Uncle Jimmy comes, he drives us to urgent care. And man, mind you, it's been really snowy in Minnesota. And it has been it's been difficult because you have to shovel, all that stuff. But we drove in the snow. He drove really slow, which was great. I put on Toy Story for the boys. They were so quiet. I'm like, there is no way that I can do this by myself. I got to urgent care and I'm like, man, I do not want to wait long here because my eye is just like just throbbing. And so got there, filled out my paperwork, and it was like within 20, maybe 15 minutes, I was into the doctor to get my eye checked out. She dimmed the lights and she looked at my eye and she was like, oh my gosh, you have a huge scratch on your left cornea. And I'm like, no, what does that mean? Tell me more, please, don't. And so she told me that typically it takes 24 hours to heal. And I'm like, okay, I can deal with that, 24 hours. I'm gonna prescribe you some drops that you need so you don't get any infection in your eye. And you need to take those. If you need to take Advil for pain because it's going to be very painful. She's like, I feel so sorry. She kept talking to me. I'm like, yo, I'm not trying to talk right now. I'm trying to get these drops. I'm trying to go home. And she kept talking to me and like I was trying to be gracious as possible. Got the drops, got back home, and it was funny because I was so crabby. Like I'm always in a good mood. I'm always in a good mood. Hold on. Lindsay! Lindsay! Can you come here? She doesn't want to talk anymore, but she was like, you were so crabby, you were so crabby. And I'm like, well, what do you expect? Like my eye is like just throbbing in pain. And it was really interesting because the boys, they were so like, they were in tune with like how daddy was feeling. They were like, when Lindsay came home, they were like, Dada, 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 ow, ow, Dada, because I was in so much pain. It was just like not being my typical loving self that I am when I'm healthy. So what I am thankful for is my vision. I am so thankful for that because I feel like with your vision and a lot of other things, we take that for granted, and it's just something that just comes natural, right? Like, you know, there's blind people out there that can't even see anything and they have to live every day blind. Like, can you imagine that? Like, close your eyes for 30 seconds or even a minute and walk around your house and think about how difficult that is for you to just operate without using your sight. And maybe I'm taking this too far, but I'm just very thankful to be able to see out of my eye because it was scary. It was so scary. That's it for this Thankful Thursday. To me, that's a big one. I'm enjoying this series. It's fun for me to like express what I'm thankful for because it gives me an avenue. It gives me an avenue to like always show gratitude. I always do. I've always been like that, but I think sharing something to you guys gives you guys something to think about, and it allows you guys to be thankful for something too. If you want to be a part of these videos, please, I would love for you guys to send me some videos of you sharing something that you're thankful for. Send it to this email here, and I'll put you in the video if you want to be in it. Obviously, if you don't want to be in the vlog, you don't have to be in the vlog, but I would love for some participation in this, so it's just not me sharing what I'm thankful for. I want to hear what you guys are thankful for. So that's it for today. And if you're celebrating Valentine's Day today, do it safely, have fun, and make sure that you call your mom or your dad and tell them that you love them. Until next time, remember, let the good times roll. Peace.